Let's look at another example. Let's look at a hard one this time. In fact, we can't get it all on the screen, I'm afraid. There's all on the problem on the screen at least. Let's simplify the cube root of 8x to the 4th divided by x minus 4 times the cube root of 27x plus 5x times the cube root of 54. Well, my first step is going to be to simplify all three of them the way I showed you on the last tape. Now, I need to factor 8x to the 4th into what is a cube and what's not. Well, 8 is a cube, x cubed is a cube, and I'll be left with x. So I can factor it as into the cube root of 8x cubed times the cube root of x. Now remember the two questions. You ask yourself, is this one a perfect cube? And if I multiply the two together, will I get the original? 8 is a perfect cube, x cubed is a perfect cube, so we're okay there. If I multiply 8x cubed times x, I get 8x to the 4th, so we're okay there. I'm going to factor the cube root of 27x into the cube root of what is a cube times the cube root of what's left. 27 is a cube, x is what's left. And we need to do the last one. I have 5x cubed, 5x times the cube root of 54. Okay, I just leave the 5x, don't do anything with that. And I'll break the cube root of 54 into the cube root of 27 times the cube root of 2. Now I use 27 because 27 is a perfect cube. 2 is the what's left. Now I'm just going to continue doing the simplifying with it. The cube root of 8x cubed is 2x. The cube root of 8x cubed is 2x. Cube root of x over x. The cube root of 27 is 3. So I'm just bringing that down. And the cube root of 27 is 3. Now I can do my multiplying and dividing. Notice that x divided by x is 1. So that just leaves me with 2 times the cube root of x minus the 4 times 3 is 12 times the cube root of x plus the 5x times 3 is 15x times the cube root of 2. Now I can combine like radicals. The cube root of x, these two are alike. I have the same index 3. I have the same radicand x. So I add the coefficients. 2 plus a negative 12 is negative 10. So we have negative 10 times the cube root of x plus 15x times the cube root of 2. I cannot combine these two radicals because they're not alike. They have different radicands. So this is the simplified answer. I'm going to give you one more before I give you some exercises. Let's simplify. X times the cube root of 2000 x divided by 6 minus the cube root of 128 x to the 4th divided by 5. The first step will be to simplify both of these radicals. So I just bring my x down and I break the cube root of 2000x into what is a cube and what is not a cube. So I'm breaking it into what is and what's not. 1000 is a perfect cube. It's in the list of cubes. 2x is not. If I multiply 1000 times 2x, I do get 2000x. And I just rewrite the 6. Now I've got to break 128x to the 4th into what is a cube and what's not. 64 is a cube. 64 goes in 128 2 times. X to the 4th is not a cube, but I can factor x to the 4th into x cubed times x. And x cubed is a cube. Now I can take the roots. I have x. The cube root of 1000 is 10. And I just bring down my cube root of 2x. Subtract. The cube root of 64 is 4. The cube root of x cubed is x times the cube root of 2x over 5. Now I have like radicals. They are alike. X times the cube root of 2x, x times the cube root of 2x. They are identical. So I can combine them. But before I combine them, I do need to get the common denominator. The first step toward doing that would be to reduce 10/6 to get 5/3. I just copied everything else the same. So I have 5/3. I just have the x, I have the cube root of 2x. The 4/5, the x, cube root of 2x. The common denominator between 5 and 3 is 15. So I express both of my coefficients having denominator 15. 3 goes in 15 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. So I have 25/15 x times the cube root of 2x minus 5 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. So I have 12/15 x times the cube root of 2x. Now I simply subtract the numerators. 25 minus 12 is 13. So I have 13/15 x times the cube root of 2x as my answer. Now I'm going to give you some exercises. If you feel that you understood what I have just covered, then go ahead and do the exercises. If you feel you're kind of lost, either get someone to help you or listen to the tape again. But as exercises, I want you to simplify these two. 8 times the cube root of 16 plus 3 times the cube root of 54. The square root of 27 x to the 5th divided by 5 minus x times the square root of 12x cubed divided by 4. Those exponents are hard to read because the ink kind of all blended together, so I'll read the two of them again. The first one, 8 times the cube root of 16 plus 3 times the cube root of 54. The second one, the square root of 27 x to the 5th divided by 5. Subtract x times the square root of 12x cubed divided by 4. Once you've copied the two problems, stop the tape, work the problems, and then restart the tape to check your answers. Here are your answers. The answer to the first one is 25 times the cube root of 2. The answer to the second one is 1/10 x squared times the square root of 3x. If you disagree with either of these answers, be sure to check with someone.